Alrighty, guys. Demon Slayers, Demon Slayerettes? I don't know. Anyway, we have some footage. We have more Kurenai footage. I'm so pumped. Okay, so this footage is by ProfessorJC. At least that's what his Discord name is, or we can call him Commander 3758502. I don't know why he didn't name himself, but I'll go with Professor JC because that's what he is on Discord. He was kind enough to reach out to me and let me know that he actually S5'd the weapon and supporter because he had been saving up demonites and nanomachines for however long, and obviously he put them into Kurenai, so I don't know if it's his waifu, but I'm getting definite waifu vibes if he invested that much into her. And his Kurenai's pretty dope. He did give us a green-red build, and I believe the secondary video is red. I'll look at the label before playing it, but we do have two videos here. And unfortunately, he does already have bonus stage 3, so he just goes on to hard 5 of the Halloween event, but it's definitely a good showcase, and I think you guys will like it. And before getting into it, I just want to say thank you, Professor JC, and also I want to give extra thanks to him because he's told me he's been watching me since the Onigumo event, which means this guy has put up with my dumbass for a year, so thanks for being a long-time viewer. I really appreciate it, and I hope I'm not too cringy. With that, let's go ahead and hit play. I don't think it's too loud. Let me, like, you know what, that sounds good. I want you guys to have a little music. I don't feel like putting any of my music on today. Though I do hope people like the Sonic 2 music. I love music like that. Alright, so, the weapon and the PvP weapon are of course S5, so we're going to get to see a nice fat Kurenai who's happily geared. Weapon is enchanted to +8, and it's looking like the PvP weapon is enchanted to +9. And I like the direction he went. He actually went full critical damage magas. I usually go for crit rate, so I'm interested to see how hard these actually hit. But yeah. God, this freaking Kurenai, like, gear is just redonkulous. Like, I don't have words for how good it is. Especially seeing the supporter alongside the weapon, which you'll see in the second video. It's so good. Like, she's so freaking good. It's I almost feel like the whole of Tokiko was a bait. I'm pausing it here because he doesn't actually go into the skill screen, but he is using the Taimanin art. God's Eye, which I believe is her crit buff. Deflecting Wind, which I believe is her parry. And who knows what Howling Wind does. I don't have Kurenai, unfortunately, so I'm just kind of going off memory of what this stuff is. I don't remember what Howling Wind is, but either way, she does big dig damage, and that's what we're here to showcase. I just wanted people to see the numbers this bitch will put out. And next, we'll scoot on over to the supporters. And we have Kaoru here. This is, I believe, an S5 Kaoru from what he told me. She is enchanted to 7. The Kurenai supporter, as I told you, is already S5. She's enchanted to 5. And he did let me know the Kitty Mom was S1. So, either way, it's still a great build. Like, he still puts out damage. I have all the confidence that he could probably clear bonus stage 3s with this build. So anyway, yeah, back to what I was saying. I feel like Tokiko, as a whole, was a giant bait. I feel like the supporter was just good enough to bait people into at least getting a copy, and the character is just such a travesty that I just can't see her as anything but a bait for people to literally give up their gems and then releasing this godly freaking Kurenai setup so people can just regret getting Tokiko. Like, I don't know, man. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm seeing here. That's how I feel. Either way, you can see she's doing nice fat hits. Of course, Kaoru with Kitty Mom is always no slouch when it comes to damage output. And having the Kurenai supporter as a sub slot actually is increasing her critical damage as well. And I believe it's 20% base and it does scale up. So he is getting an additional 40% critical damage from the Kurenai supporter as well. Just making it a devastating crit build. And I'm sure you can see it with how much damage she's putting out. 60k a hit with a rapid hit character, that's ridiculous. She's amazing. Like, look at her go. She's amazing, man. She puts some Sitsy spritz in her hair and she's kicking ass with her 80s hair. I can't get over how good she is. And is he just literally like, kind of walked up on Sakura and yeah, he stuck, stole, and snuck her, man. Like, he literally mugged her. That's all that happened. That's all she wrote. So that's a decent auto attack build if you want to run the supporter in a secondary slot. But what I'm really excited to show you is the next setup. So let me pause this, go over to this tab. Alrighty, so we're going to hit play. And this is just a pure red Kurenai. Unfortunately, he doesn't show the actual build he's running. I'd imagine he's probably running the Coco Elf. Maybe he has a Lydia or a Homura, I don't know. But the damage output is certainly there, so I'm sure he stacked some sort of damage. Either way, we do know the S5 Enchanted 5 Kurenai supporter is in the main slot. And you guys are going to see perfect examples of how the weapon and the supporter work together in this quick run. And that's going to be the video. Like, this is a quick one. I just wanted to get footage of her out, and Professor JC was kind enough to hook me up. Also, Ultra did hit me up this morning. He does have the bonus 3 footage ready. I just want to talk about it with him a little before I actually make the video. So that video will be tomorrow's video. You guys will get to see her in bonus 3. So here you see her vanish at work. Basically, whenever you get hit as a supporter, it's on a 10-second cooldown. Whenever you get hit and you're put in a flinch state, she will vanish, making you pretty much a pseudo-invincibility. You can't be targeted. Now, the stipulation to this is you cannot attack except for using your supporter ability. But you'll see why the weapon and the supporter work great together. It's coming up soon. Once he beats the living snot out of these ghosts. It's just nice to see these ghosts dying. I hate them so much. Okay, now, here's the magic. So you see here, weapon active is up. The weapon active still deals damage while you're vanished, as you can see. So that's pretty much how the build works. You get hit while your weapon active is up, and you get free damage. It's literally amazing. I don't have words for how good she is. And I mean, anyone who's running this is probably having a good ass time. Like, I just think, like, it made a ridiculous character more ridiculous. It took away her one weakness of having trouble dealing with packs, and it's just like, Christ, like, she melted them. Like, I don't have words. I really don't. Like, I have nothing bad to say about it. This is total positivity, man. I just wanted to show you guys this. I'll run it back one more time on this run, just so you guys can see the example once more, and that'll be the video. Like, Professor JC, living his best life with Kurenai. I do hope she's his waifu, because I've kind of said she's his waifu, so it's going to be official to everyone now that you're dating Kurenai. Ha 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 ha. Says the Mari. So anyway, like I was saying yesterday, guys, we can set up this Tokiko murder. Like, she's cooking in the kitchen right now. Like, I have a knife. I can just shank her and put her out of her misery, send her out to pasture, because, we don't need her anymore. All we need is Kurenai. And I have a bunch of vats filled with sulfuric acid, and we'll melt that body right down. And yeah, like I said, the police will never find her. Don't worry, fam. I got you. We can get rid of Tokiko. I don't know why I'm like having this weird deranged fantasy of murdering Tokiko in favor of Kurenai, but that's just how good Kurenai is, man. Like, the fact that you have a vanish, you have a weapon that is a persistent whirlwind, like a freaking Diablo barbarian, you can do shit like that. Just walk around and vanish and get free DPS. The weapon generates so much special bar that you're good. Like, I don't know if he's running Angered in this build. He may be, because he did have a lot of bar. But who knows, man? All I know is this shit is good as fuck. Like, if yesterday's video wasn't convincing enough with Tak just having the weapon, seeing the weapon pair with the supporter is like 1000% convincing. And from what Ultra said, she did swimmingly in bonus 3. And once that footage is up, like, anyone who's on the fence about Kurenai is going to literally hop the fence and run onto greener pastures and have a nice OP character to usher in the new year. Because I'm confident that we may not get anything this busted before the end of the year. Like, this is stupid good. It's ridiculous. Like, it's very rare that we get a setup this good in Action Taimanin. Like, it's so rare. I don't even think the Emily setup is this good. I think this is the best limited setup we've gotten thus far. And I was talking to Ultra about it. I wouldn't be surprised if the next characters it would be Obro, Asuka, and then it would either be Kirara or Ingrid swapped. Either are because they came out together, or they'll release their bundles together. I don't know what they're gonna do for those two because they came out at the same time. But I don't expect Obro to outdo this. I just don't. Obro's already a bad character, so she's gonna need a huge buff to bring her in line. And for some reason, I don't see Obro getting the Nui treatment. Maybe she will. But I don't think her supporter is going to be better than this, like her limited set. I just don't. The weapon and supporter. Asuka, maybe. Maybe Asuka's will be good because she's a fan favorite, and there's a lot of things I can see them doing to make her good. And she's already okay. I mean, she lacks sustain, and she's, kind of considered a middle tier to meh character by some. But I can see her getting a decent set. I feel like Kirara is going to get screwed over just because she's my main. And Ingrid, I can see them making her OP because she's kind of a Mary Sue where she's a strong-ass character in the franchise. And I honestly don't know why she's a weakling in this game to begin with. I don't know how Ingrid even got released in that state. Like, when they got announced together, I actually initially said I thought Ingrid would be meta and Kirara would be bad. But seeing both be bad is kind of weird. After that, we'd have Noah, Astaroth, and then Tokiko. I can imagine Noah maybe being good because she's an original character, so they want to market her. But I still don't see it being OP like Kurenai. Like Kurenai just has the perfect set, especially for her character set. So her character skill set, her kit, it works perfectly with this set. As far as Astaroth, she's another one who's kind of an OP character in the franchise. And while I like Astaroth and Tak likes her, I know a lot of people feel strongly that she's not that good of a character. So whatever your opinion is of Astaroth, I can see her getting an OP set. And for some reason, I feel like Tokiko's going to get the Nui treatment. Like, she has to. She's well loved by everyone. Like, everyone likes Tokiko. And she sucks. So if anyone's going to get an OP supporter, which it'll probably literally be a year from now, because I just named 6 or 7 characters, that's going to be a long time coming. So that would be about the time frame I'd expect them to drop another OP-ass set. So, Kurenai came out the end of last year. Tokiko's coming out towards the end of this year. So with that being said, I'd imagine Tokiko is kind of probably going to be the one that gets an OP setup. Again, this is just all speculation and me talking out of my ass. But that's what I think. But the point I'm trying to make here is I don't think we're going to get another limited set this good for a very long time. I could be wrong. Maybe they're all going to be good. Maybe this is just some nice power creep that the game needed coming to light. But in case it isn't, do yourself a favor and get this supporter. I'm literally sitting on 100 Desire myself, and I'm probably going to get the supporter and buy the bundle, and I don't even have her. Just to have it, just in case I ever get her, I'll have it. So just to put that in perspective, because I'm not a huge Kurenai fan in the least. I think she's hot, but I'm a Kirara guy to the day I die, and Sakura's my second. So, as someone who mains characters completely on the other side of the spectrum that have nothing to do with Kurenai, I'm considering getting her just to make sure I have this in my pocket as an option. Because if I get them at S1, I can build them up with monthly packs, or finish it on the repeat if it ever happens. So, that'll be the video. Again, thank you, Professor JC. Really awesome of you to reach out to me and share this. And it's great footage. Like I told you, it doesn't matter that we don't have bonus 3 that you're playing her on, because we can get a nice look at the damage output, and it was exceptionally high, and it was definitely high end. You said you had high end gameplay, and you delivered what you promised. So I appreciate it. It was dope footage, and thanks for helping me make a video. And also, again, thanks for putting up with my stupid ass for an entire year. And to anyone else who's watching, thank you guys for putting up with my stupid ass, because somehow this idiot has 3,300 subs, and I don't say it enough, but, thanks for supporting the channel and watching. I really do appreciate it, guys. I'm sure you guys know this, but if you don't, the sentiment is there, and I 100% appreciate every viewer I get. And with that, that'll be the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I think I'll be here tomorrow with the bonus 3 footage for Kurenai that Ultra has in the works. Okay, that'll be it. Take care. Bye-bye.